They're using us. They're manipulating us everywhere we turn. End of aisle displays, eye placement. If you don't know that, next time you go to the store, look. Just stand there and look at what's at eye placement, and then look up and look down, because they are paying for that space. Hey, I'm Robin Mann, and I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been in the business 8.5 years, and I do about 25 million as a solo agent, and that translates to around 60 deals or so. I've closed a home a week every week since 2016, and no paid ads, all organic networking via door knocking, Facebook. Those are the big ones. Referrals. When you're at the grocery store, you go to the frozen food section. What food is at eye level? Like, you're in the grocery section. What food is at eye level?
Probably ice cream.
Yes. And how does Breyers get to be at eye level versus Blue Bunny?
Pay for the space.
They pay for the space, right?
Wow.
Yep. All right. Let's go to the cookie aisle. What's at eye level? What do you always see? Oreos. Oreos are there. Boom. Eye level. Boom. Where are the ginger snaps? Where are the animal crackers? Way down low, right? Let's go to checkout. What's at the checkout?
Candy.
All kinds of your favorite candy. What else?
Soda, wine.
Love it. All right. What about you are not in an aisle yet? You're walking down the main aisle, and let's say all the rows are on your left. You get ready to turn down the row down the aisle, and what's on the end?
I see gift cards.
Right? What products are on the end?
Sale products.
Sale products. How do they get to be there?
Well, obviously, they pay for it.
The end of aisle displays. Do y'all know anything about those?
No.
No.
Neither.
End of aisle.
End caps. Big time money.
End caps. Big time money, right? Why?
The most prime real estate.
It is. When you walk in the doors of the grocery store, if you don't see produce, what do you see?
Flowers.
Flowers. When you walk in, what's the first thing you see? Pretty much like all the stores, I think, do this in some, not even just grocery stores. What is the first things you see? Most of the grocery stores. Like towers of soda cans, or back to school supplies, or Halloween decor. They are getting you primed for the pump. They're putting it out there, right? They're like, ooh, let's get them starting thinking about like back to school. So I'm going to put out all the Lunchables. I'm going to put out the snacks. Like when you walk into Harris Teeter right now, the whole front display is every single snack food you could buy for your kid, every single lunch thing you could get for your kid, all the drinks, all the things, all of them are right there, right? Make it easy for the parents to have the stuff and make the kids do what when they walk in the store with you?
I want that. Buy me that.
Exactly. So they're using us. They're manipulating us everywhere we turn. End of aisle displays, eye placement. If you don't know that, next time you go to the store, look. Just stand there and look at what's at eye placement, and then look up and look down. The up and downs, they're like your old standard sandbox, like animal crackers and ginger snaps. They're not going to be up at the front of the aisle here. This is going to be your, what are those cookies? Oh man, what are those cookies? In the little silver white bags with the silver inside, the Milano, whatever the cookies are.
Oh, Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm. Those are always right. Boom, right there, right? Because they are paying for that space. All right. How does this relate to real estate? Somebody make a leap for me. How does product placement relate to real estate?
Well, I think you're saying our real estate is social media.
I think that's a very valid point. Yes.
So we want to be seen. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
I think that's a great point.
But it's not the main point.
No, it is a very part of the main point. Oh, it's a great answer. Let's go back. If I show you right now, if I were to hold up a royal blue 8.5 by 11 plastic shiny piece of packaging, and I tell you it's for cookies, who knows what's inside that package? You don't even have to see the name. What's inside there?
Oh, that's some Oreos.
Oreos, exactly. If I show you an orange rectangle that's got some brown on it, and it's smaller, it's like this size. What is that?
Oh, it's Reese's.
Reese's peanut butter cups, right? How about a little bag about this big, and it's yellow with a little bit of white on it? It's a snack. Lay's potato chips. Well, how about this? It's a can and it's red.
Coke.
Right? Product placement. I don't even have to tell you the name. Boom. I could show you a red thing and be like Coke, blue thing, Oreo, Lay's, peanut butter, Reese's peanut butter cups, right? We know these things because, do we know these things? Natalie says, well, I don't even buy crap. Do you know those things? She still knows those things, right? Why?
Because of brand recognition.
Brand recognition. They own our brains. They own a part of our brains. Okay, how do we do that as a realtor? How do we do that? How do we get brand recognition so that when someone's at the neighborhood party and someone mentions selling their house, your people say, call Debbie Hernandez. So I'm going to shut up. You guys tell me. I have my opinion on how we do that. Does anybody have any opinions? We are the product. You guys are the product. I'm Robin Mann. I am the product. I have houses that I sell. Those are just things. I am the product. Just like Oreos. Oreo is selling their brand. The cookies are just a bonus. Same thing with the houses. Jelly Belly jelly beans. They're selling that little bag with the red on it with the cute little jelly bean on it. The inside stuff is just what they have in there. Those are all your houses you're selling, all your buyers, right? They are selling the product. So you are the product. So how do we get in front of our people?
Well, I know they always say to keep your consistent colors and your fonts and your, I'm the small town realtor. So that's kind of like wherever I go, I post that.
Love it. What were you going to say, Natalie?
I was gonna say brand recognition. So a client called me last week. Well, an old client called me last week and she said she was thinking of me because she saw dragonflies.
Love it. And why? Do you have dragonflies in your logo?
Yes.
Love it.
And everything I put out, I put dragon. So like I do my birthday cards or whatever, they have to find a dragonfly within the in the card.
I love it.
Ooh, cool.
Love it. All right. So using that idea, do you ever do any videos of dragonflies and put them
Well,
out
I'm
in
getting a
your
new
social media?
dragonfly thingy for my background. For
Excellent.
my,
Love
so-
it. So that when people see you on Zoom, boom,
Yeah,
right?
big dragonfly in the background.
When you're doing social media, you could use video. Let's say you don't want to be on camera. Videos and dragonflies. Go Google it. Find ones that don't have copyrights. Go use it and put up words about, I'm Natalie Palace, local realtor. I help people, blah, blah, blah. It could be text on screen with this video of a dragonfly going by. Dragonflies are about transformation. Dragonflies are about being
Change.
quick and change, right? It's good stuff. Product placement. What is the first thing you know? So what does Oreo need to know to be able to brand themselves and target themselves?
Who their customer is or who their target is.
Yes, who their customer is, right? So who is their customer? Let's just use Oreos for an example. Who do we think their customer is?
I think it's adults.
I think it's adults. Yes. Who controls, I think it's the quote I just read, and I'll look, we can look up the stat, but it's something like 65% of all financial decisions are made by the females of the world. So do we think Oreo is targeting females?
Yes,
Yeah, they are. Why are they targeting females?
they do most of the
Because they make the
shopping.
decisions.
They make the decisions. They do most of the shopping. That's a stereotype. I know there's a lot, like my husband, he does the shopping, but he also loves Oreos. So they know who their target market is, right? They know to do the commercials. Okay, like Oreo is brilliant. I didn't even think about, like I thought about them this morning. Like I don't know why they popped in my brain, but that's why, because they have real estate in my brain. If I ask you right now, how do you eat an Oreo? Does everyone have an answer?
Yep.
Everyone, right? Every single person has an answer. How about, can you think of a recipe with Oreos in it? Yep. Every
Yep.
single one of us, right? They own our brains. Now, who are the people in the world right now that have the most money stereotypically? What generation? Who has the most
30.
money?
You know, the most money.
Oh, the most? Oh,
Boomers.
yeah,
Boomers.
that's me.
Boomers. That's right, the boomers. So what commercials have you seen Oreo do that relates to the boomers? Or ads, paper ads or video ads, anything? I have no idea why I even remember this, but they did one. It was an African-American man or man of color and his son sitting at the kitchen island, and he was teaching him how to eat an Oreo. Legacy, right? Passing it down through the generations. And who sees that commercial? The woman, and goes, oh, I want my husband I want my husband to teach our kids or grandkids how to eat Oreos. Like, that's beautiful. I'm going to buy Oreos today. Boom. They're smart. All right. How do we do that? The first thing Jim said was, we need to know who our customer is. So if you guys have not written out who is your customer, and you're not using that every single time you're posting anything or doing anything, you are just throwing crap at the wall and hoping something hits. Go study your client. Go think about them. Type in the words, boomer, Gen X, millennials. What are they doing today? What do they like today? How do I attract a Gen X person as a client? Do the research. How do I attract a 55 plus person? How do I attract a millennial? What music will draw millennials? Use that when you're creating videos. What words are important to Gen Z? Use those. You get what I'm saying? So you start positioning yourself. You're going to start out, all of us are starting out down at the bottom with the animal crackers, right? We're just going to be down there with the animal crackers. Slow and steady wins the race. I still would buy me some animal crackers to this day. I love those things. And I bet, watch my word, animal crackers are getting ready to make a comeback. Why? They're a classic. And who loves animal crackers?
The classic.
The Gen Xers. We love animal crackers, right? I bet money. Y'all all are going to laugh. In college, I created Cool Mint Listerine and everyone laughed at me. This was before all they had at Listerine back in the day was the yellow stuff that tastes like medicine. And I had to do a marketing creation. I created Cool Mint Listerine and the class laughed at me. Like 5 years later, Cool Mint Listerine came out and I was like, see, it's because I know the market they were going for. Animal crackers are going to come back. Watch that. So know who your client is. Who's your client? Write it down. Draw them out. Down to the clothes they wear, the hair they do, the makeup they put, the places they go, the stuff they buy, everything. Know everything. Because look, what happens? Let's say that my demographic is Gen X. What are some examples of things I can put? Let's say we're going to focus on Charlotte and I want to attract the Gen Xers. What are some things I could focus on to promote, to have my audience see me? What concerts might they want to know about?
All the 80s and 90s bands and whatever.
All the 80s and 90s bands. Or how about like there's karaoke with 80s and 90s. There's a trivia night for 80s and 90s. There's a ET showing at Camp North End. Or they're going to show Gremlins, Concord Motor Speedway. That is what you should be advertising and using hashtags, putting that into groups like we've talked about. So if you're in Harrisburg, whatever your thing is, share information that relates. Ooh, there's the Big Arts Festival coming up. That Big Arts Festival is going to hit millennials. It's going to hit Gen Z. It's going to hit Gen X. It's going to hit the boomers. Probably not the boomers the most. It's probably the younger demographic. But dude, I'd be advertising the heck out of that everywhere and using you're going to piggyback on their advertising so that every time anybody types in Charlotte Art Festival, Robin Mann's going to pop up. Well, damn, is she affiliated? Did she sponsor this? No, she's just smart. She's using her marketing skills. You get what I'm saying? So go find your demographic and then go market towards it. Not about real estate. We've talked about that 1,000 times. You are a public figure. Did you notice the word I used earlier? I didn't say client. I said, make sure my blank sees me. Does anyone remember what word I used? If I am a public figure, I am producing social media. What do I have?
Your peeps.
Audience?
Audience. You all have an audience. People that are consuming your material are consuming your audience. So when you're creating stuff, go, what does my audience want? Like you are now Oprah. Woo! You and Matthew McConaughey just busted it out. You have an audience. So who's your audience? And you're not performing. It's not a fake thing. It is how do you make them see you? Natalie says she does dragonflies. Who knows what I'm known for?
The ugly babies.
The ugly babies, right there in my picture, right there. There's some ugly babies back in there, right? Why did I do that? That has nothing to do with real estate. Why did I do that?
Your personality.
Personality.
Yes, it's your personality.
It's memorable, right? You know how many people send me creepy baby crap all the time? I get it all the time, like all the time. Because people remember it. So how do you make yourself different? How do you stand out? We talked about this before. There's the deep red blue, the red sea of blood. And then there's this beautiful blue sea like my shirt. How do you get out there in the blue sea and be like, hey, look at me, right? Go be you. Who is your customer? And then go find them. Jim says, that's why I do my music stuff. Rock and roll realtor. I love it. All right, go be you, right? Go be you. Go figure out how do you get to be an Oreo, right? Go be an Oreo. All right, great to see you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.